Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, subscribe for fast baseball news and other baseball content. So in our first story of the day, the Toronto Blue Jays are looking to get creative with their starting pitching rotation. They missed out on Taijuan Walker, and it looks like they aren't going to get Jake Odorizzi or anyone else. So they're trying to be creative, and they're trying to use Elvis Luciano, who's previously been a closer in the minor leagues. He's still very young. I think he's like 19 or 20. They're trying to use him as a starter and stretch him out as long as he can. A couple years ago, he was still very far away from the majors. This year, apparently, he's filled out over the body. He's added more muscle. He developed a wipeout slider and more velocity on his fastball. The pitching coach for the Blue Jays, Pete Walker, said there is a ton of upside with Luciano, either coming out of the pen or coming out of the rotation. And the Blue Jays need rotation arms. It's just a matter of, what quality the rotations arms are right now. Right now they have Ryu, Pearson, Ray, Rourke, Matt, and now Luciano is a possibility. My biggest fear is that Ryu gets injured and then the Blue Jays don't have the best rotation going into next season. But it's going to be interesting to see what Luciano can do in the rotation. Again, if the pitching coach is right, he has a lot of upside, then the Jays will be in a good spot over the season. Maybe they can bring back Steven Matz to what he used to be in 2016 because he went downhill ever since then. He said that he was feeling a lot better because the pressure of pitching in his backyard, because he's born in New York, is gone, and he doesn't have the same pressure to pitch at the same level. So hopefully that will help him out. He also was pitching very well in spring training, even though it is spring training and it's not against actual batters. He was hitting some pretty high velocity speeds on his fastball, so that's always good to see. Apparently Tanner Rourke was doing some better things, but it's going to be interesting to see the rotation. Like I said, hopefully nobody gets injured for their sake. But getting into our next story, the Atlanta Braves add some pop. They have signed Jake Lamb to a one-year deal. The money hasn't been announced yet, but I would probably assume it's somewhere around $1.5 million. Lamb was a former All-Star just 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, something like that. He has a lot of pop. He's a left-handed bat. Atlanta is most likely going to use him as a bench bat, off coming either to pinch hit for someone or splitting time with Riley over at third. So he is a decent player. Over the last 3 years, he has dealt with a lot of injuries, though, so he hasn't been the same player that he was when he was an All-Star. But if he can get back to what he used to be and hit a bunch of home runs, that division is going to be really hard. So if he can get back to what he used to be, the Braves are going to be in a really good spot. And back to our last story, the Tampa Bay Rays have re-signed Chaz Rowe to a minor league deal. This adds some bullpen depth for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has a good reputation of bringing in pitchers and giving them a new ceiling, basically, getting the most out of them for the lowest that they pay them. So good move for Tampa Bay. They get some good depth there. That's all the stories for today. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one.